programmed it, you'll know exactly how to make him walk straight into the mines. Like that. He takes several hits to kill. And by several I mean 7. And that's the other way to kill him, is by guiding his rockets back into him. Which is actually kind of easy when he has one leg, because he can just go right under him like that. Ah, dang it, the invincibility hadn't quite worn off, so that mine did nothing to him. Oh, now he's lost both legs. Hope you guys appreciate the amount of work this took, because, man, having all this animate like this is a pain in the butt to do in TorqueScript. Sorry, what? Yeah, well, I mean, the code I can modify, yes. The engine's, C++. And Marburg has been defeated. If you did it under 40 seconds, you get the gold time. Woo. So, next up I'm going to show you the pack that is, tentatively entitled RG Pack. I find this to be a really cool concept. It was... I forget whose idea it was originally. Hi Guy did most of the development for this, so we have him to thank. But in addition to this, I did come up with some of the sections. So, the way this level works is it takes a while to generate a path. And it's randomly generated from a bunch of specific sections, each of which is weighted according to how often it should show up. So it generates a path, and here we go. It's like a giant upward spiral, road less traveled, that kind of level. Perilous road, treacherous path. You get the idea. So every section is color-coded according to its difficulty. Green's the easiest. Orange is like medium to hard. Yellow is like sort of easy to medium. Red, this red color here, although it looks more like orange on my screen, is just straight up hard. Which isn't that bad, but still a challenge. Especially if it's like near the end of the level and it's like the only one left and you fail at it. Oh gosh, trapdoors. So yeah, and then it just picks a bunch of these segments at random, strings them together, does a bunch of checking to make sure they don't overlap in some crazy unplayable way, and you have your level. Now, after a while, you've seen like every single section, and it's a little bit boring. So what I would love to see is I'd love for people to submit sections for this. There are a couple of slight technicalities to worry about, but not too bad. If you want to submit a level, just a section rather, just let me know. Though there are a couple of hard and fast rules. Moving platforms won't work. Entities are supported, but you can't rotate them unless you add them in the editor, like in Constructor, and then export them as a part of the diff. Also, try to keep with our color coding conventions, as well as the way the start and end of each platform is structured, namely 4 tiles wide, with edge white 2 on the edge, like this, right here. You can kind of see how that connects up. Just make sure to follow that pattern, and you'll be good. And yes, that part of the level is... oh gosh. Oh gosh, it's a swivel. Yep, that section's gonna be hard. But yeah, half the level is sideways. How's that going to work? Well, gravity. Alright, now I've got to go through another one of these cool half-pipe elite sections. Hi guy, that's our little secret. Please don't reveal it. I think I've definitely gotten them since the bounding box update. I don't know about you. I might be misremembering, but I think I might have. So, swivel is a particularly hard section. The half pipes usually don't cut up quite this often. I guess we could decrease the weights of them a bit. But yeah, they aren't really that hard. They're just a little bit tedious. Like that red half pipe section, I think I've only like lost on one of those like once. And it was because of some BS overlap with another section. There you go. I'm gonna do this the boring way, I'm sorry, but I get to keep a super speed. And hey, who's gonna argue with that? I'm also going to do this the boring way. I didn't realize they could overlap this closely, wow. Or become that close to overlapping, that is. That surprises me. Oh gosh. And here we have what we have termed ultra dick steps. Because as you can see, you just barely have enough height to make it. Okay, swivel is coming up pretty soon here. Now that we've changed gravity and half the level sideways. How much fun. Yep, we've got a little loop here, which I'm not even going to bother with, because there aren't any gems. And then swivel. Oh! 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 How about that? Oh! Oh! And yeah, that's the end of this iteration of it. So yeah, definitely if you think you have a section that could be added to this, by all means, make it and give it to me within the week. There are different versions of this. Easy just gives you really easy parts. Medium has a bit of the trickier ones. Hard is what you just saw. Gravity. Gravity adds a ton of gravity sections. So everything ends up kind of clustered together. You'll notice a couple of weird behaviors in the progress bar, namely that it occasionally goes backwards. That is because sometimes it goes to place the next section and realizes there's nothing that can possibly fit there, and it has to backtrack a bit. You might also notice, let's see if it does it. Oh, it didn't. Sometimes it goes past 100 because it doesn't have room to place the end, so it just adds more to the path until it can. So as you can see, this level looks a lot more compact and cool and windy and knotty due to all of the gravity changes. So yeah, we're going to start off with 3 gravity changes, go underneath the start pad. I like that little pitfall section. It was a pain in the butt to get these gravity changes to actually work properly, because it turns out if your gravity modifier is even slightly misaligned, it can easily throw your entire camera out of whack, and like it breaks your camera. And I don't know why it does this. It's an engine glitch that is somewhat infuriating. Oh gosh, that's tricky. Oh yes, this section is wonderful. grab the gems on top of the bumpers, or alternatively, grab the gems by abusing the bounding boxes rolling next to the bumpers. But they can't actually jump to the next platform because of the way that's aligned, so I'm just going to have to do it this way, which is a bit tricky and dangerous. This is my room. Yes, my roommate is stalking me.
By standing behind you, I'm stopping.
Well, isn't stalking supposed to be like observing what somebody's doing without them noticing?
Just because they don't notice you doesn't mean you're stalking them. Now, if you're intentionally trying to not be noticed,
well,
that's slightly different.
Fair enough. Dang it, why do we have to live next door to Jared? We keep coming up with all these weird pedantic things.
Not really. I don't think that's because of Jared.
Well, regardless. Oh my gosh, look at that, it's literally touching. I didn't realize you could do this. I thought High Guy programmed it so that there had to be at least a slight amount of space in between. Meh. And we've got a couple of wall hits to do. Mason's on. Hey, you missed all of the cool stuff. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's okay. I'll make sure to put this up on YouTube so that you can watch it afterwards. Just to catch you up, this level it's completely procedurally generated out of these little sections. And this version of it uses a lot of gravity modifiers to make it look swag. I have nothing to say for myself, really. I really like the way it intertwines all of these components. It ends up looking really cool. It ends up looking really swag. Alright, let's have a little bit of quote-unquote audience participation here. There are 5 of these levels. There's easy, medium, hard, gravity, and long. Which of these do you want me to try? I will take the first suggestion that I get. Literally, just whatever the first person suggests, that's what I'm doing. I'll give you folks some time to think. Alright, first suggestion was long. So time to take a long one. So long is essentially hard, except twice as, well, long. It's Chinese dragon mode. Hahaha, no, I'm kidding. This is the regular version of Beach Party. It sounds weird now.